embodiment of New Orleans music, and tonight the world, and especially us here in New Orleans, are mourning the death of the incomparable Allen Toussaint. Good evening, I'm Scott Walker.
And I'm Adriana Hopkins. The very soul of this city was reflected in every song Toussaint wrote and every piano key he touched. Last night, the 77-year-old passed away from a heart attack after a concert in Madrid, Spain.
This is exclusive video sent to WDSU of that final performance. Manuel Riccio, who shot the video, said Toussaint never sounded or played better. And last night, he was at his best. Tonight, we take a look back at the life and legacy of Allen Toussaint, as well as his impact on both New Orleans and the music world. Anchor
Camille Whitworth is live in studio now. Camille.
There is so much to say about Toussaint. He was born in Gert Town, the son of a single mother and the protege, or some would say the adoptive son of Professor Longhair in Fats Domino. Well, today we talked to a number of his friends, all who say that Toussaint did not appear sick and that his death is very sudden, of course, sending shockwaves through the community and fans around the world. His last performance on video hours before Allen Toussaint died from a heart attack in Madrid. Spanish officials report he was found in his hotel room, resuscitated, but had another heart attack on the way to the hospital.
A few months ago, he came in and sat in one song with us and left, and then I saw him again at a place where I was playing, and he just actually passed by, stopped in to see Sharon Bernard and the Old Man River Band, and he came and listened for a while.
No doubt Toussaint touched the lives of many. He was a friend, mentor, father, and grandfather. Drummer Freddie Staehle met Toussaint at the age of 17 and plays daily in front of Toussaint's Bourbon Street Monument at the Music Legends Park. What did he teach you in your life?
Don't compromise how I feel for technicalities, dealing with concepts that I could develop playing music and associating with people. Remember what you're feeling in your heart.
We got back Halloween Saturday.
Singer Irma Thomas told us she was with him performing on a legendary blues cruise just 2 weeks ago. It didn't appear, she says, he was sick.
Nobody knew if he was. He didn't say anything because he looked the picture of health. In fact, it was said that he had just gotten a clean bill of health his last visit. So no, that was very unexpected.
His accomplishments are great. He brought New Orleans sound to the national stage, working with many musical greats like The Who, The Rolling Stones, Robert Plant, and he produced the mega hit Lady Marmalade in the 1970s. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998 and the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame as well. He received the prestigious honor, the National Humanities Medal, from President Obama in 2013.
That's his legacy, his work. He was such an introverted person. He enjoyed being in the studio, writing and arranging and producing. That was his comfort zone. He was out of his comfort zone doing what he was doing at the time of his death. And he admitted it, said so.
He was here during Hurricane Katrina and lost most of his manuscripts, albums, and awards. He evacuated to New York, eventually came back home to rebuild his home and studio. Thomas's memories are great of her friend, and with a heavy heart, she shares with us.
We would learn everything and rehearse everything in his parents' living room. So we knew what we were going to do before we got to the studio, and he had this knack for picking the right musicians to be able to read what he has written and play it the way he wrote it. And when we got to the studio, with Cosmo behind the buttons and everything, it came off.
And came off indeed. In addition to all of that, he was expected to perform a benefit concert along with longtime friend Paul Simon in New Orleans in December to raise money for New Orleans artists against hunger and homelessness. And also one interesting other thing, his son Reggie, who usually travels with him on every tour, even in the United States and abroad, did not go this one time. Scott.
All right, Camille, thanks for that. Tonight, people around the world are remembering Toussaint, from celebrities to fellow musicians to dignitaries. Take a look. The Rolling Stones tweeted out, R.I.P. Allen Toussaint, then attached a link to their song, Fortune Teller. Performer John Michael Rochelle tweeted out this picture with the caption, R.I.P. Allen Toussaint, the greatest songwriter New Orleans has ever known. And Harry Connick Jr. says, Allen Toussaint has died. Rest in peace, good friend. #legend.
So we know that Ernest Toussaint was a legendary producer and songwriter. His impact on the music industry, far-reaching. Everyone is familiar with his songs. Take a listen.
Mother-in-law, 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 working in a coal mine, going down, 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 working in a coal mine, about to dip down. He met Marmalade down in old New Orleans, strutting her stuff on the street. Hello, hey Joe, you want to give it a go?
It would be hard to pick a favorite. He worked with countless artists, writing and producing. Dr. John, the Neville family, the Meters, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, Christina Aguilera, Raymond Miles, Eric Clapton, and dozens of New Orleans brass bands.